The other day I rewatched the first two episodes of Monk. I used to like that show a lot growing up. It's interesting to me now to see the autistic traits in Monk, even though he's portrayed as a guy with OCD caused by a traumatic event with a lot of stereotypical compulsions. I think typically OCD is not strictly associated with social awkwardness, missing cues, and being overtly direct and literal, but Monk very much exhibits these kinds of traits. In this sense, he's quite a typical representation of an autistic man in 2000s media.
Is this a joke? Someone tries to kill my husband and you send in Rain Man?
He remembers everything and sees what others don't, but also is oblivious at times to social niceties and can't tolerate deception and lying.
I don't know what to do here. I'm no good at this. Okay. This man is lying to you. He's not a lawyer.
What?
I think in these first two episodes there is something about needing support as an autistic person, needing to constantly prove that you're worthy of being put in a certain position and that you're able to be independent. I've just read a new paper on a concept called visibility logic. It refers to the double bind that autistic people often find themselves in trying to get by in different systems. If you mask, your difficulties are diminished and you don't get support. If you are visibly autistic, your competence is doubted and you lose opportunities. A similar kind of thing played out for Monk. He was presented with a sort of rigid way back into the police. They needed him because of his exceptional abilities as a detective, eye for detail, inferring stuff about the case, so they kept him around, but not fully as one of them. He needed to be able to handle a gun and being in triggering situations without any support, just like all the other cops.
You want your badge back so you can protect the people of this city from rapists and murderers as long as they don't climb any ladders or run across any big bad scary bridges. Is that right?
So it's a bit like, as an autistic, you can bend yourself backwards if you have some niche abilities the systems can make use of. But when you do struggle with some stuff that neurotypicals don't think twice of, you will never be included as you are. Instead of coming up with a solution to include him and give him the support he needs, he was kept at an arm's length as long as he was useful and excluded otherwise. It's also interesting that no matter what he did, it would often rub the police the wrong way. Obviously, messing up a chase because of his germophobia got him scolded, but the police conveniently ignored that the whole squad let the guy off without any questions, and they wouldn't even have realized he's suspicious if Monk hadn't said anything.
Your shoes,
Yes?
they're all scuffed up. They've got little creases in them.
Yeah, my shoes are scuffed up, Monk. They're not spotless like yours because I actually use them.
His were all scuffed up too.
Call up SWAT.
If an autist messes up something that's easy for an average person, they're made into incompetent fools. If average people mess up something that could easily be done by an autist, it's another Tuesday. At the same time, when Monk does get things right with his inference skills, it can get him in trouble because of ego-related nonsense, power dynamics, bootlicking others, etc. He'd often be disbelieved initially and his successes would be envied in secret, which arguably would come up as extra aggression from his superiors when he would mess something up, even an unrelated thing.
I have two eyes. I see everything that he sees, but I don't see what he sees.
What Monk does, it's a parlor trick. I mean, can he do all this? Can he organize a citywide investigation, inspire the troops, motivate people? Adrian Monk isn't half the comp, or a third of the man that you are, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Nonetheless, we need him now.
So it just seems to me as an interesting representation of autistic exclusion within systems, especially as Monk already does have a kind of working support in Shamona, and his colleagues are pretty aware of what he struggles with and what he excels at. Instead of utilizing these resources and knowledge about his functioning that they already have and trying to accommodate him into the force, his abilities are used by them, but he himself is never fully accepted.
Go get him.
He's not home.
Well, then he's at Sharona's. Call Sharona.
I tried her. She said she quit.
Sharona quit? You mean Monk's alone? Out there in public?
Either you comply with these neurotypical norms and operate without supports, which is impossible for him at that time, or you are recognized as needing these supports and therefore deemed incompetent and excluded.
Look, Monk, when I took your badge 3 years ago, I told you nothing would give me more pleasure than to see you reinstated, and I meant that. But you're obviously not ready.
Is that you talking or the uniform?
I am the uniform, Monk.